So James, for the past decade, you've been recommending that everyone should be accumulating gold. Given that the gold price is now 4 times higher than at the beginning of the decade, does your advice to accumulate gold still make sense?
Yeah, it does. When you're accumulating gold, you're saving sound money. Savings are always a good thing, and it's particularly a good thing when you're saving sound money because you're preserving purchasing power over long periods of time. You're accumulating wealth in that regard. The key question is gold still good value? And even though the price has risen quite a bit, gold is still relatively undervalued. So I think the policy or the recommendation this decade to continue accumulating still holds. It's still valid.
Back in 2003, when gold was about $350, you forecast that the price would rise to $8,000 by 2013 to 2015. Have you changed that forecast?
No, not at all. If anything, I think that forecast could prove to be a bit conservative. In other words, I think the gold price is going higher. You know, when I made that forecast back then, I basically recognized that there are boom-bust cycles in the economy, and during the bust cycle, the price of gold rises because of inflation, currency debasement, government policies, and central bank policies that destroy the purchasing power of national currencies. And we're clearly seeing that those policies are being pursued now in an attempt to bail out insolvent debtors and insolvent countries and insolvent banks and everything else. All of these things together erode the purchasing power of national currencies, and as a consequence the price of gold and silver will rise in that kind of environment. So we're still on track for much higher gold prices. You know, gold is still relatively undervalued, and for that reason I think it should continue to be accumulated.
Do you also recommend that everyone should be accumulating silver?
Yeah, silver can also be accumulated, but it's a little bit different from gold, and it may not be for everyone because there's a lot of volatility with silver. We've seen that particularly in the post-Lehman collapse, where silver actually got hit quite badly compared to gold. Silver bounced back more strongly in 2009 than gold did. But, you know, over the past 10 years, silver has done very, very well, and I think it will continue to outperform relative to gold itself. The gold-silver ratio at the moment, you know, how many ounces of silver it takes to purchase an ounce of gold, is about 63 or 64. Historically, it's around 20 ounces of silver to purchase an ounce of gold, and I think over the next several years, you're going to see the gold-silver ratio fall toward that level, so you're going to get this outperformance by silver. So if you can handle the volatility, a little silver in your portfolio makes sense. As a general rule, have maybe 2/3 gold and 1/3 silver.
Can you please explain the service that Gold Money provides?
Yeah, what we do is we're a very convenient, economical, and most importantly, safe way to buy and sell gold and silver and platinum online. You know, when you're buying physical metal, there are only 2 ways to do it. You buy it and you store it yourself, or you buy it and have someone store it for you, which is what we do in Gold Money. If you choose this second option, you have to be working with a firm that has a very good governance procedure so that you have the assurances of integrity that your gold and silver are being stored for you safely and securely. We have a number of things that are part of our governance procedures, the most important of which is independent third-party audits that are conducted regularly, where they go into the vault, go through all of the financial records, and confirm that the weight of gold and silver in the vault is exactly equal to the quantity of gold and silver owned by our customers, and those reports are then available to our customers. So if you're looking for a way to, you know, buy physical metal, beyond the physical metal that you want to store in your house and have it stored for you somewhere in the world, we work with a vaulting company in London, Zurich, and also Hong Kong. So you have the choice of storing physical metal geographically around the world with Gold Money.
Before I open an account with Gold Money, what are the 3 most important questions I should be asking you?
Well, you know, I get that question quite a bit, and the answer is very simple. Is your gold safe? Is your gold safe? Is your gold safe? Because gold is really the bedrock asset in your portfolio, and you don't want to take risks with it. So when you're using a company like Gold Money to store this precious asset for yourself and for your family, you don't want to take risks. You want to make sure it's safe. You want the assurances of integrity that the security and safety that you require are there. And that's what we do in Gold Money. And you know, the independent third-party audits and other checks and balance and governance procedures provide that, provide those assurances of integrity. And I think that's one of the reasons why we have been so successful.